Okay, so now we're at the fun stage. We're going to be getting the pickups all wired up, attaching the bridge, um, getting the pick guard on, and we're getting that much closer to getting this thing fully built. A few things beforehand. In fact, I'm going to take you for a ride, just kind of show you what's been going on as I've been prepping for this. Um, so this is the ground wire for the bridge, and I've already strung that through right to here, right to here, and then I'll just fasten it down. Um, I may put a little piece of tape in there just to make sure it stays flat and doesn't jiggle around as I'm trying to put the bridge on. Um, Strung the first pickup through. I'm going to tighten that one down. I'm going to do the same thing for this. Get that installed, tighten it down, bring the wires up, and then we're going to be ready to start getting everything soldered together. Um, Beforehand, I'm going to have to prep my soldering iron. I've only used this like once or twice, and it has a new tip in it. So I'm going to kind of show you or go over what you need to do to tin your soldering iron beforehand. Um, that way you get the best results, especially for people who maybe not have soldered, done the stuff, who haven't done this stuff before. One good thing I will say about this kit, as I bring it back over here, is this whole setup, the whole control panel is already rewired or wired beforehand. A lot of these kits, especially the cheaper ones, they just give you the parts and expect you to kind of follow their odd diagrams. This, thankfully, isn't the case. All I'm going to have to do is just connect. It's really easy. You got the shielded wire here. This will go into the tone control, and then this is just the ground, and that'll be just soldered right to there. And the same with the other pickup, the neck pickup. Be connected right there to that middle prong, soldered, and then the ground soldered just right on top. That's it. That is it. It'll be done. Then we can just button it all up. So with that, let's get this set up and be right back. So now to get this thing properly tinned for the first time, real simple process. What you do is just wrap some soldering wire around the tip. This first thing. Do it while it's cold, of course. Okay, don't be a numbskull. And then just plug it in, let it heat up. Which we'll do right there. And then we'll just let it go. And then after a few minutes, it'll start to melt and cover the tip. And then we'll be good to go. Okay. Now that it's good to go, let me set you guys up a little bit. There you go. It's good to go. In fact, let me sponge right here. Okay. That's it. We are good to go. It's properly tinned. Okay. So let's continue on with the next steps. Okay, so I have the first pickup installed, and that's all set, so that's ready to go. About to install this one. One of the things I wanted to point out real quick is don't forget to put your springs on. Okay, this is what's going to give you your height adjustment on your pickup. The springs down here, you can button it down as tight as you want. Right now I have mine pretty low until I get it figured out, and then I'll adjust accordingly. But yeah, do not forget your springs. And then just get it lined up. I'll button that down, and then we'll get to soldering. Okay. So the soldering is done. I didn't bother going through that process. It's kind of slow and meticulous. Plus, there's way better videos on YouTube in regards to soldering wires. But install the pickups. I have them pretty much all the way down for right now, and then I'll adjust them along with all the other adjustments that I make on the guitar when I get it finally built. Anyway, these are connected. The grounds are connected. The tone wires, or the other wires, what do you want to call them, are connected. So we have tone, and volume on the back side. Like I said, it's already pre-wired. The only thing I had to do was just that, and that was easy. I got to fasten this down. I'll probably just use a small piece of tape and bring it up here. I want to kind of get an idea where it is on the bridge. I may scuff it up a little bit, get some of that chrome plating off it, just so it might be a more solid connection. So there we go. Let me take care of that, and the next thing we'll do is we'll button up this cavity and get the bridge on. Okay, so we're good to go. Pickups installed, connect to the control panel. Control panel is all buttoned down. Ground wire for the bridge is over here. Taped it, installed the bridge. So that's good to go. The last part we're going to do is the pick guard. Now, if anyone remembers from the very first video when I was unboxing this and looking it over, you might have heard me complain, in fact, I thought some of the edges weren't routed very well. They looked really rough and kind of off for me. And I just kind of figured it's just a kit, so that's the way it was. Turns out that I was kind of a dork, and what it was the actual plastic that peeled off it that was so rough. If you look at it now, all the edges for the pickup holes, or for the pickup hole, and the edges, everything's fine. It looks gorgeous. So that's the next thing we're going to do. We'll install it like so. So let me take care of that and get that done. Okay, there you go. Everything is installed now. I didn't bother filming myself screwing in all the screws. I mean, it's kind of boring and it's pretty straightforward. You know, screw in all the screws. The biggest thing I will say is in terms of keeping yourself organized, because, you know, these screws for the pick guard are different than the 3 screws for the control panel, which of course are going to be different from the 7 screws for the bridge, which are different than the 2 screws needed for the strap buttons. So be organized. I had a small panic earlier when I was installing the bridge, to where I thought I was missing a screw, and it turned out it was just stuck in the bag. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Pick guard's on, everything's on, and this is the finished body. So here we go. After all that time and effort, the wood fill, the sanding, the staining, and then finally putting the satin finish on it, this is what we got. And this thing's gonna be pretty beefy. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This will probably, once out it's all said and done, probably weigh about, I would say, 8 to 9 pounds. So but there you go. So onward and upward to the next steps. Okay, so I'm going to go over stringing up the guitar just this one time. I'm not going to do it with all strings, but I'll do it with the 4-string. What you may want to do, just as a little hint, is take a pencil and just run it through the groove of the nut and get some graphite on it. Now I was actually thinking about using regular graphite lubricant, but I don't want to make a mess of the thing, and so for now I'll just use
a regular pencil. Now, some people say you got to use a mechanical pencil or some other type. This is just your basic number 2, just like in school. But what I'm doing, I'm trying to put some graphite on here, which will lubricate the nut for your string to pass through or pass over. Well, I guess it is through. Um, it will help with keeping the guitar in tune. Um, and will prevent the string from binding up on you. We just want to get silvery looking. Make sure there's a good amount. Okay. So yeah, so these strings, they're really interesting. Like I said in the very first unboxing video, I'm not sure. Here, let me get. Here's the A string. And like I said, if you notice, there's just no nylon wrapping whatsoever. And let's see if I can get it close here. I'm not sure if it's coming into focus or not here. Put in the blue. But there's no nylon wrapping, and you can see the core and just, I don't know. They'll be adequate for now, but I'll definitely change them to my preferred string. So anyway, so find your E. Usually going to be the thickest of the bunch. Run it through your bridge. I always like lining up tuners like so, and then I go about 2 lengths, 2 pegs forward, and then cut it off right there. And then just run it through the center. Try and get it passed around at least once and have the string come underneath. Okay. Might be able to do one more. Nah, too much. Okay, and so now for the very last thing I want to do with this. Part of the whole fun of this is making it your own and customizing it and everything else. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this label and officially put it on my guitar, probably like right about there, give or take. Now there's many ways you can do this. Most popular is the water slide decal. But my situation, I didn't need to buy 20 sheets for just a 1x3 logo that I made. So I had my daughter, Heather, take care of it for me. She does a lot of this stuff with vinyl stickers and shirts and all sorts of things. And so I had her make this for me. And so I'm about to put it on right now. And we'll be all set, and that'll be the last piece of the puzzle for this thing. All done. And here it is. So, yeah, it's all personalized now, so it is officially my own. Once again, special shout out to Heather Roberts for making this for me. Yeah.